Dun, 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 dun. This is like, um, I had a lot of help getting this show ready because I was out of state, and some people went to the farmers market and got me some greens. So
Oh, okay, good.
my mom specifically, but she had to have someone drive her there, and so um, introduce yourself and tell us why you picked this particular recipe.
Okay. I'm Kim. I live in St. Louis. I work at Cardinal Glennon. I've been friends with Orr for about, oh gosh, since I moved home with my parents in 2009 or something like that, and got involved in community service things and professional organizations. I chose today's,
I am addicted to volunteering, so
yeah, you're a great
yeah.
example of how everyone should be, I think. Um, So I chose today's recipe because it's a favorite that I make for so many people. My stepsons really loved it. My friend Rachel, who might be watching, really loves it. But I've made greens for a really long time.
I mean,
But
a lot of people are afraid of greens, and
I
this
know
is this recipe essentially is like 99.9% greens.
it's all greens with some seasonings. So, but this is the game changer. Which, if you are ever able to, you might be able to even order it online. I'm not really sure. But seasonings for greens from the Soulard Spice Market in St. Louis. It
Yeah,
was
I
a
was
total
not
game
able to see
changer.
it. You might want to start a mail order business because I was not able to find it anywhere on the internet. Now,
Oh,
the internet is powerful, and I
yeah.
found someone who says they've like figured out how to make it,
Uh-huh.
but it's like 35 ingredients.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah. But it it's very interesting because I grew up eating greens, and basically you would get like the part of the chicken or the pig that nobody eats, and they like
Hmm.
smoke it. So like
Right.
pig feet, even chicken feet,
Hmm.
chicken skin, and it's all the bits that nobody uses. Throw in a
Right.
pot and cook with the greens, and that's how you flavor it.
Hmm.
And if you look at this, according to the internet, it's like chicken fat, smoked flavor, garlic, onion, vinegar, so
Right.
it's anyway, but um I think the secret is greens.
It is true because I'm very picky about my greens, and that's going to be the hardest part of this whole recipe, or time-consuming part is chopping of the greens. Because I don't like to get the kind of that come in the bag because you get too many of those thick stems, and I don't like those thick stems.
Okay, you
So
want
I
to
have to
show
show you
us?
how I cut them.
Yeah. um I the thick stems, I usually, like, I save all my bits unless
Hmm.
it's like rotten or moldy.
Hmm.
And so the stems you talk about, I save, and I will flavor something with it because the greens have a green taste, right?
Yes.
So if you put it in a bag and save onion peels and stuff, you can make like a broth that's
Sure.
really green. I don't know how to describe it besides
Mhm.
green. It's just,
Right.
it has that vibrant, or that strong fall green taste.
Hmm. Hmm.
Or like, at the end of winter and you're like craving like green, that taste too. Like
Right.
like the after being deprived of greens, it's just, yeah, it's a really strong taste.
Yep.
When I cooked it growing up, we would do, like, again, like a smoked pig's feet and
Hmm.
some vinegar, and that would be pretty much it.
Yeah.
But all right,
So
let's see.
how I start though is with getting the butter, the oil, the bacon grease, and the garlic cloves kind of going on the stove. So I'm going to start with chopping up some uh, 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 garlic. Chop it however you like. It can be chunky or as small as you want.
Frying it or just putting it in the green?
Pardon me.
Are you frying it?
Well, warming it up.
Now, can you use the
So
best
like,
for that, or do you have to the
what do they
best to go
call
with the
it?
cloves?
It's
Caramelizing
best
it?
to go with the cloves.
Okay. But tell us a little bit more about the preferred greens that you like preferred. Like, um, I
So
mean,
I go to the
these are
local
the ones
grocery
I got,
store.
or
Yeah,
my mom picked up at the farmer's market. Yeah, like nice big,
yeah.
yeah, nice big leaf. Yeah, it seems like a lot of the ones you buy in the store, they've like, I guess you could say processed it, and they
Well, I
tend
did get these just at Schnucks because I
okay.
didn't have time to go to the farmer's market and stuff yesterday. Too many other things going on, but
You know, Chef Kimberly.
yeah.
So
So I'm gonna use like 5 or 6 cloves of garlic and just chop them up and put them in a pot with some olive oil. Actually, I'm gonna use some of my olive oil that I used. I made some garlic confit last weekend because I had extra garlic from making that garlic Tulum stuff that was canceled, I guess. So anyway, this has some garlic and
oh yeah,
rosemary.
she's rescheduled to make
Yeah,
that the
I made
cone.
that stuff. It was so good.
I mean, it just looks like mayonnaise, but it's like
Yeah.
80-90% garlic. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
I'm gonna use most of this jar.
A bunch of them.
so
Okay.
is that just like garlic infused oil is what you
Is
have
that
there?
chili? Yes, exactly. Because I did my garlic confit in here with just some peppercorns and some rosemary and some thyme.
I need to learn fancy words like, instead of mayonnaise, what do they call it? Aioli and
Aioli, yeah.
um infused oil,
Butter.
confit.
Confit. It's French. It means to cook in fat. Cook it covered in fat or oil. Bacon grease.
My my bacon grease story is I was in Germany staying at like a youth hostel when I was I was a youth. And they had like all these beautiful different types of breads laid out. And then they had this bowl that just it looked nasty. It was like congealed fat with like charred bits, and it turned out to be, the bacon fat. They poured it there. And I tried that on a piece of bread, and that was better than the pure butter that they had laid
Oh
out.
yeah, so good.
But that was I think the first time. And then in Jewish culture, they have what they call schmaltz.
Okay.
So whenever you cook anything with chicken, you skim off the fat and you save that.
Yep.
And the
I
same
think I
thing,
have heard of that.
you can, I think schmaltz is Yiddish, but it's like similar. So right now we're just cutting up garlic.
Yep. You put it in your pot with the oil, your various oils and grease and whatever else you like. I put about 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. I covered the bottom in my oil, and I added, I would say, 3 tablespoons of butter. Because I got a lot of greens. I just bought 1 bunch, but it was a big bunch. I'll eat this stuff
I
for
mean, that
days.
just sounds like a random whatever you have fats.
Yes, pretty much. Whatever you want to put in is going to be fine.
I don't know if you want to show what you're doing at all. It's not tilted in the right angle.
I need to get a better thingy. I don't know.
I'll send you a link that I have this like travel tripod that I like. That it just what I like about it is you can pack it away when you're not using it, but it just like a selfie stick / tripod.
Yeah, that's what this is essentially that I have here is a selfie stick.
Oh, okay.
But my phone's so heavy that I can't angle it or it just topples over.
I might be overdoing it on the garlic. Is that possible?
You can never overdo it on garlic.
Okay. And this is that elephant garlic that it is slightly milder than, but I buy it from a local farmer who crossbred elephant garlic with regular garlic, organic. So, all right. Now, what temperature do you have it? Are you just
Right
doing
now I have it just on medium low, just to warm everything up and get the oil
Okay.
kind of infused and the garlic kind of warmed up. And
You're
then
not trying to like char it. You're just trying
no, just infuse it and warm it up and melt things.
to. Okay. All right. Let's see what else do we need.
So once you get all your oh gosh, you're fired.
You can't fire a volunteer.
Here.
Actually, that's not true. I take that back. But yeah, I'm excited
take a
to
time
learn
out.
how
Yeah.
you process your greens. You say you're real picky about it, so
I am picky about them, and I'll show you here.
I am definitely not. I'm just like rough cut, and then I end up having some that are well cooked, some that are chewy. There's no consistency to it. So I know I'm not doing it well, so I look forward to seeing how you do it.
Is there a baby in that bathroom?
Upstairs at the top of the stairs in the white cabinet.
All right. Now this isn't one of those things where you drink while you're cooking.
No. And we don't cook with any wine either for this one. All right. So I've got all my garlic chopped up.
But this, I mean, looking at your ingredients, it's collard greens, bacon fat, butter, garlic, olive oil, and then Soulard spices.
Yeah, the Soulard spices.
And I'll share this, what I found, like 2 different places that had broke down what they call the Soulard spice mix.
Okay.
And they're pretty, they both had, the problem is it's got a list. So I'll read the list, but the last thing on the list is spices.
Right. I know they're not going to give away their secrets.
It's just like, but apple cider vinegar, onion, yeast extract, sugar, salt, garlic, chicken powder and chicken fat, vegetable oil, spices, and then less than 2% of smoke flavor, natural flavor, and whey powder. So that's what I found with 2 different places online.
Fine.
No, it's okay. Don't hurt
But
All right. So I'll have, do you want to hold this so I can demonstrate how I'm going to
Sure.
cut my greens?
me. Oh, my.
So here, you just angle it down to the, there we go.
Okay.
So here's my leaf.
Can you say okay?
Yeah, I think so. And then you just follow that ridge of the big stem in the middle to cut the green off of either side. So you get rid of the stem. And then I roll them up. And I cut down the middle. And then I cut into bite-sized pieces.
when you said you cut down the middle, I missed that.
You roll it up and you cut lengthwise down the
Oh,
middle.
okay.
I'll show you again.
There you go.
Can you see okay? Do I got the right angle?
Yeah.
He's fired from chopping now. He's now the cameraman. So again, I'm cutting out the stem because I don't like that part. I'm a texture person. And then roll it up like a cigar or whatever. And then cut lengthwise down the middle. And then just cut bite-sized pieces.
Is it easy?
And that's it. You just keep doing that over and over and over and over and over again until you get all your leaves chopped up. And in between, I started adding them to the pot that has the garlic and the oil. And then in a little bit, after I have a little layer, I'll add some of the seasoning. And then I'll layer some more greens on top of that and then add some more seasonings again.
Oh, so you are cooking it while you're cutting it.
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. So you don't wait, you don't prep it all and then.
Here, we'll bring the camera over to the stove and you can see what we got going on over there.
Now, have you ever rolled, like you take the center part and do you ever roll up both sides together? Or you always do it
I do. I
separate?
roll the whole leaf together.
Oh, okay.
So this is what it's looking like so far. I haven't put any of my seasonings on it yet. I have a sink full of green leaves here.
Talk about being in the class, right? I'm good.
This is a nice big leaf. Yeah. All right. So I need to watch you while you do it. Okay. So you take the stem out
Yeah,
and then you just fold it
maybe
in
if
half.
you turn this around so you can see the screen. And then you do a reverse, no, turn the whole thing around so you can see me.
Oh,
And then we'll do a reverse. How do I reverse this around? I can't because my fingers are wet. I don't know how to do it. Never
that's
mind.
okay. I
I
don't
mean,
mind.
that's a good look right up your nose. I mean,
Oh, I know. I was trying to figure out how to turn this thing around so that he can hold it and see what.
yeah, somewhere there's a. Oh, I forgot to cut it down the center. See what happens when you don't cut it down the center? You end up with a long spaghetti piece.
Yeah.
All right, cut it down the center and then
Has to be a way to do that. That's driving me nuts. Let me see. Let me put my glasses on. And then maybe, how do I? Aha.
like,
Aha.
so to clarify, did you say
There.
you're just as you cut the greens, you're putting it on top of the oil?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not. I was set putting it in a separate container over here, but
Nope, I'm putting it right on the stove on top of the oil that I've been warming up that has the garlic and the various oils.
now that doesn't end up with some of it like the ones on the bottom cook more than the ones on the top.
Well, eventually I'll stir them all together and I'll watch them as they go.
I'm just yeah, some of it will be more cooked than others. But no, I mean it takes a long time to cook collard greens.
It does. They cook down and then you let them cook on low for at least 30 minutes. And the more you cook them, the more you're going to get that pot liquor.
Now I notice you don't put any vinegar in it, but
I don't know.
it says there's vinegar in the flavoring.
And it
Spice,
must be dried.
but yeah, because we always put vinegar, and the idea was the vinegar would help tenderize it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's. I know it does that with meat.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're putting in, like, if you put a pig feet in there, you need the vinegar to pull that collagen off of um the meat.
Okay.
That might be part of it. We always put like some kind of unsavory part of the animal in there, but it flavors unsavory not in taste but in look.
Yeah, I've been watching Stanley Tucci's thing in Italy, and I learned a new term the other day, and I'm gonna lose what it is, but it's all the parts. It's like icky or gross. I can't remember what the term is. I'll think of it, but it's a term for all like the heart, and it's not sweetbreads, but it's like a term for like the heart and the lungs and the brain and all that kind of stuff.
That's sweetmeats, no?
Nope, there's a different word for it.
Okay.
I'll think of it.
But see,
Uh,
I save all this stuff, and then if you actually chop it up, um, you can use that to make broth later.
yes. So now I have a pretty good layer of greens in my pot. So sometimes it gets clumped up. So I'm going to start putting some seasonings here. And I'm fairly generous with it, but I am going to put multiple layers of it on there.
Now, how what temperature do you think you have it at? Like,
Eventually I'll put it up on like medium. In fact, I might go ahead and just
well, right now, you were just
right now it was on medium low. I just bumped it up to medium.
okay.
I was gonna flip when she said I can make greens like this. It's hot shoot.
Do you put more oil on it? I felt like I didn't put enough.
I put a good amount because I covered the pan in that olive oil that I had left over. And then I put in like 3 tablespoons of butter. And then I also put in like 2 tablespoons of bacon grease.
But you don't add, like, as you're seasoning it, add more oil.
I've been known to once I stir it up if it looks like it needs some more oil or something, but I just kind of start with that and see how it goes.
Oops. I rolled it up and I let go for a second. And
Okay.
this is like really like crispy, fresh.
Yeah, mine's really fresh too. I just got it this morning.
Yep. It's like, I don't know.
Mhm.
It almost sounds like when you cut celery, how crisp it is.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like, yeah, in the past, I mean, I would always just get the whole bunch and then just chop it like that. And it would end up being like all kinds of different.
Yeah.
It's quick, but it's definitely, you end up with some that are well cooked and some that are not because
Right.
there's different shapes and sizes. So I like this. As far as texture goes, you get consistency.
Yes. And you just get a good bite every time. And you know you can just eat it and not worry about getting a big old stem or a chewy. Yeah.
I mean, look at that. It's like all like chopped, similar shapes and sizes.
Yep.
That is awesome. I I I honestly, well, once I taste this, I'll tell you if I feel like it's worth the effort or not. But this is a lot
I
more.
feel like it is. So for example, I had this for one of my supper clubs and my friend Rachel, she had never had greens before and she loved them. And she's like, I like greens now. And so then she went to Cracker Barrel. She's like, I'm going to order these greens. And she ate them. She's like, these are terrible.
I mean, I think a lot of those greens that, well, I don't know about all of them, but I know there's a lot of like greens that they just get it cooked in a can,
Yeah, I don't like those either.
and so it's just, I mean, they season them well, but the texture, the actual greens itself, they have to season it so much. It doesn't have really good texture or taste.
Yeah,
So it's really you're tasting the flavors on it.
right.
Right.
Ooh, they're cooking. Smelling good in here.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, a little steam. A little steam going.
Right.
I've never been to Canada, so it's kind of cool.
No. Now, is there what do you tend to serve this with? Is it just
Well, I have on hand after I get this all together and stuff. I got some stuff to make macaroni and cheese. And I got cornbread with, I'm gonna put jalapenos and some cheese in that.
Oh,
And ham steak or whatever you want to call it.
you baked mac and cheese?
Yeah, I baked the mac and cheese. Yeah. If my mom's still on here, she'll laugh. Her favorite story is to tell that when I was a kid, I would ask for a dinner and I wanted macaroni and cheese and smoky links. And I would say, and I don't want your mac and cheese, Mom. I want the stuff out of the blue box. And now it's the opposite. I was like, oh God, I want homemade mac and cheese.
Never eat craft
well,
food.
just my mom used to trick us where if there was a name brand something, she would put the not name brand in the name brand box.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I remember one time I went into the fridge and like the milk was like 2 years out of date.
No.
She had been making powdered milk and putting in there.
Okay.
And like we didn't notice for like ever. It's just like, hey, it's name brand. So yeah. And the funny thing is a lot of times like name brand milk and the not name brand milk are packaged in the same factory, just different.
That is absolutely true. So if you get store brand, especially you can always tell what brand they really are because they're usually set next to it in the grocery store. So your peas could be Del Monte, even though they say Schnucks. that they're sitting right next to the Del Monte or whatever. But that is absolutely true. And that's true of like Costco brand or, you know, like Kirkland or Sam's brand, like liquors and stuff like that. Like you get the vodka at Costco. I think it's Tito's. They're like made in the same plant or Grey Goose or something. I don't know, but
Now, that being said, the name brand might have, you know, it might be a higher quality made in the same plant,
yeah, they
right?
can't have that going on. Yeah.
Right. They could use a little higher quality ingredients or, you know, but usually that's more work, right?
Yeah.
Why would they do that? They just make a batch, bottle however many they need, and then with that same batch, bottle the next one.
Yep. So every now and then you get one of these janky ones, one of these leaves that are kind of yellowed on the ends and have bad parts. So you just cut out the bad parts and use parts that you want to use. Because again, I'm picky.
Yeah, yeah. Yesterday I made omelet with the parts of the asparagus that you normally cut off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, you cut off the tips because we grilled out, and so you cut off the woody part, but you always leave a little bit of green stuff.
Sure.
And if you have extra time, you can feel, you know, the non-woody parts, and you might get a little extra. And so, yeah. So it's figure out ways to utilize everything and not throw away much.
Yep.
All right.
I've got my pile of stuff going on here.
Have you stirred yours at all?
I'm getting ready to, actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put some more seasonings on top. Because it's been kind of percolating here, so I'm gonna put some more seasonings on top and then I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. God, it smells good.
I don't know how to describe it. It just smells green. I don't know. Actually, no, it smells like it's got. Now, did you actually add any water to yours?
Nope, but my leaves are soaking in the sink as I
Okay.
take them out of the sink and clean them off and chop them up. So there's a little bit of water that's going in when I'm. Oh, it's so tasty. I got just a few more to chop up and that'll be it. Then you let it cook for a while until you're ready to eat it. I suppose you could overcook them, but it'd be pretty hard. And you can put them on a lower temperature if you're getting ready to cook some other things so they don't overcook.
How long should they ride on the stove? How long should they ride
At least half an hour.
Okay.
Or until they're wilted.
I'm actually starting a fresh bag because my old bag is actually in the pressure cooker. I
Oh,
put of bits. So I had like my one bag was my chicken bones and my other bag was my veggie bits, and I put it in the
okay.
pressure cooker to just make a soup. So I got a
Okay.
nice clean bag. I usually do 3 bags. One is like the red meat stuff, one is the chicken, and one is the veggie bits. And
That's a good
put them in the
idea.
freezer. And if I want to, I can decide: do I make a veggie broth? Do I make a chicken broth? Do I make red meat broth? Or do I combine them? In this case, I did the greens and the chicken together. So, all right. So, let me give this a stir, which is, you can see it. It is steaming.
Yep.
And but this is where I'm like on the bottom, they seem completely cooked already.
Yeah, mine were kind of like that too. But you just start mixing them up and then lower the temp maybe down to a.
Oh, look at how much. Yeah, it does have like quite a bit of moisture.
Yeah.
I guess. So, do you tend to like I tend to wash my greens and then put them in the fridge.
Well, I just picked them up this morning, so I just put them straight in the sink
Okay.
and let them soak in the sink. It wasn't until I was ready to cook with them.
How long they soak?
But yeah, this is
Just to
usually,
get the dirt off.
let's see. If I go to the farmer's market, let's see, mushrooms, greens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what else. Those two for sure. I go to farmer's market on Saturday and then I try to fry them. And then once they're coated with oil, it seems like they'll stay good for like weeks.
Well, okay.
You know, it's of course, I mean they never last, but the idea is like, you know, I'll get a mixed batch of mushrooms, I'll get some greens, I'll stir fry them, and then I can just add them to some soup, or if I want to make a quick egg or whatever,
Yeah.
they're already like pre-made.
So I'm gonna add just a little bit more seasoning now that I got all my greens in there.
I turned it off.
Give
It's
them another stir. Then I'm gonna lower the heat down to probably about a 2.5 to 3.
now, do you cook it with the lid on or off?
I'm gonna put the lid on and lower the
Okay.
heat.
Yeah.
And just let them simmer and cook and get
I haven't
tasty.
I need to bring mine up to temp first, and then I'll do it. But yeah, I absolutely love these. These were like, I got suckered in at this like the state fair to buy one of these super expensive pans,
Oh,
and it is awesome. It's like
oh,
7 layers of, you know, 7 layers of stainless steel with a layer of aluminum in the middle.
nice.
I bought these like at least 20 years ago now, this particular pan. And what's nice about it is the temperature is even everywhere. You know, it's like,
Yeah,
and
that was noisy.
there's a zillion different brands. This is like, I've I I end up buying a big pot. So
Yeah, we
there's
can switch.
my big pot,
I don't know how to do it.
and
Oh, there's my mom. Hi.
and because the temperature is even, they actually do what they call stackable cooking, where you can like put one on top of the other. Like, I almost never do that, but yeah, it was back when I was poor, and that was my most expensive thing I ever bought. I was like I felt so bad. I got suckered to buy this like $200 pot. I forget how much it was, but it was expensive. And then, oh yeah, you need to turn it down. Now, like I have a timer. How long do you think I should set it for?
About 30 minutes.
Okay. And all right, that's it.
That's it.
I like your technique on how to cut up the greens,
I think
because
it's kind of a game changer too.
it it makes it so they're consistently the same size
Mm-hmm.
and texture. Because now I guess I was thinking, if you put some in there, regular greens, if you put some in there and then added some more, whatever was in the pot first would be much more cooked than the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But these greens definitely take longer to cook.
Yeah, they're tough.
You know, and I mean, I want to say historically, I got too many cameras. Historically, you just put it on your wood stove and let it slow cook all night.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah. Yeah, they don't break down. They stay solid, pretty much no matter how long.
Another trick, if you like, so this right here, by not putting any water in it, it retains the nutrients in it.
Yeah.
But we used to, because if you put it on the wood stove, the water would boil away and then it would burn.
Mm-hmm.
So we would fill the pot with water, and then we would take the greens out and use that rich green water to make like rice or a broth, or
Mm-hmm.
you know, just hot green soup, hot green broth for breakfast.
Right.
You know, so anyway, Thank you so much.
Yes,
Um,
enjoy.
Now we have to pick which one of those things you're cooking today to make in the next cooking show.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
said
macaroni and
jalapeno
cheese,
cornbread and
jalapeno
cheese.
cornbread with hot honey and butter.
It's like, uh, so thank you so much. All right.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Feeding others is love.
That's right. Bye-bye.